Rachel here. I thought I would do a bit of a fun video. It's another tag video that's been kind of floating around the interwebs. It is the TMI Tag, which when you hear the name of it, you're like, ooh, you know, we're gonna get really like intimate and personal here, and actually it's not really. Maybe a little bit, but it's not too bad. A few people I've seen do it. I just watched Tiffany, Makeup by Tiffany D. I just watched hers, and I used hers as a reference for the questions. So if I missed any, I'm sorry, but I got the questions from Tiffany. And then Sarah Hawkinson has done it, and Dulce Candy 87 has done it as well. Those are just YouTubers that I watch that I know have done it recently. So I just thought it'd be fun to do this particular tag because the questions are interesting, I guess. So I guess we'll get straight to it. First question, what are you wearing? I'm actually, for me, I'm slumming it today. It is warm-ish outside. It's not like, you know, like sweater, multi-layer weather, but it's really windy, and you'll probably hear it. I'm sorry, but it is gusting like 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts outside, so it makes it feel a little chillier than it probably actually is, because it's like 60 degrees outside, but it's really windy. So I just had to run errands, so I just kind of slummed it. I'm just wearing this oversized dolman type sleeve top from Forever 21, and I have on jeans. I have on tennis shoes. I know. I like never wear tennis shoes, but I just like, I needed to go out and come back, and was kind of just get dressed and go. So I did pile on some jewelry though. I've got on this ring from Old Navy, of course my watch, a couple of bracelets. It's one from Forever 21, my Stella and Dot Renegade bracelet, just some faux studs, and that's about it. So really casual for me. Question number 2, have you ever been in love? Well, yes, I am married. If we don't count my husband, yes, I would. I mean, if you're going to talk like serious relationships, I would say one other time I was in love. I was engaged before, years ago, to my high school sweetheart. Obviously that didn't work out, and married my husband instead. I had a few offhand like pseudo relationships. It didn't really go anywhere. It was like one date or two, and then nothing came of it. So yeah, just twice in my life, I guess. If you're talking humans, you know, I've had pets that I really loved. Does that count? Next question. Ever had a terrible breakup? Actually, no, not really. Even the one other serious relationship ended pretty amicably. We just kind of hit a spot where it was like, you know, I don't think this is going to work. Even though we were engaged and planning on getting married, we just kind of mutually at the same time were like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work. And we decided not to be together anymore, and that was that. So no, never really any bad breakups. So I'm very fortunate that way. How tall am I? Well, that depends on the measuring tape. And whether I stand up straight or not. I have been measured anywhere from like 5'3" to 5'6". I guess it depends on how accurate the person doing the measuring is trying to be, or what. But I would, if I was forced to answer, I would probably say like 5'5", because my mom is 5'3" and I'm taller than her, but not by a whole lot. So, because I'm definitely not 5'3", because I'm taller than my mother. How much do you weigh? That's about the most personal question I think on this entire list. I actually haven't weighed myself. Recently, we do have a scale. My husband uses it more than I do. I only about use it when I'm weighing luggage before flying. But last time I weighed myself, I was in the mid 140s. So, and I've been holding pretty steady there for a while. For my height, that's still considered, normal or healthy weight. I actually don't really care what the scale says. All I care is about where the weight is on my body. And for me, like a lot of women, I carry most of my weight right in the middle. And I got if somebody didn't know any better, they might think I'm pregnant, which I'm not. But yeah, I tend to carry most of my weight in my belly, and I'm working on trying to fix that. Like I said, I don't really care what the scale says as far as the number goes, as long as it's a healthy weight. It's just how I'm carrying the weight is what I care about. Any tattoos? Yes, I have 2 at the moment. I have one on my lower back, which is actually not my lower back, like where it curves, where people traditionally get like the tramp stamp. Mine's actually a little higher than that. But I got this years ago. I'd get up and show you, but I'm not going to, so you'll just have to take my word for it. But it is a checkered flag and a green flag, and the handles of the flags are crossed. And on one side is the number 24, and the other side is the number 20. And the 24 is for Jeff Gordon, and the 20 is for Tony Stewart, which at the time, Tony still drove the Home Depot 20 for Joe Gibbs Racing. The 24 is red, or is it blue? It's blue, and the 20 is orange. And then Tony went and had to change teams, and he now drives the 14. That's the risk you take when you're a NASCAR fan, getting your driver's number tattooed on your body. I don't regret the tattoo. I actually have plans on tweaking the tattoo, though. Eventually, when I have the money, because tattoos are expensive. Eventually, I would like to get a 14 added to it as well, in probably red, because then they'll match the paint schemes for the most part. And I'm going to have the years put underneath each car number when that driver won the NASCAR championship in that car. So for Jeff Gordon, I'll have the 4 years that he won in the 24, and if he wins anymore, I'll have that added. And then Tony won 2 championships in the 20, so I'll have the years put on that, and then he's won a championship in the 14, so I'll have the year put on for that. So kind of updating it so it makes, I guess, a bit more sense. And then on my shoulder, on this shoulder, I have a red apple with a pink ribbon wrapped around it, and it is in honor of my grandmother, who was a teacher. So an apple for the teacher, and the pink ribbon is for breast cancer, because she had breast cancer and unfortunately passed away from it several years ago when I was still in high school. So I got that on my shoulder to commemorate my grandmother. Next question. Do you have any piercings? Just my ears. I'm boring like that, and I didn't even get my ears pierced till my senior year of high school. I just never got around to it. I don't know. It's not like I was afraid or anything. I don't have an issue with needles, but just I never got around to it, so whatever. And I'm not that big into like getting my belly button pierced or like cartilage piercing or anything like that. Not my thing. I get more tattoos, but piercings, whatever. Next question, OTP, which apparently a lot of people do not know what this means. Luckily, I spend time on Tumblr, so I do know what this means, but OTP means one true pairing. Normally it refers to like either a TV series or movie or books where either couples two people are a couple, or a lot of times it is two people that aren't a couple but you wish were a couple. I guess for me, my one personal OTP would be the 10th Doctor and Rose from Doctor Who. I love Rose and the Doctor, and I love the relationship she had with the 9th Doctor, but I love David Tennant's Doctor, and I thought that they were so cute together. And spoilers, in a way, they did end up together, but not really. If you haven't watched that far in this series, you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave it right there. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think my one like fandom OTP would be the 10th Doctor and Rose. Favorite show? Well, as my OTP says, referenced Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. I could go on and on and on about my love for Doctor Who, but I'm not going to. I could probably do that in a different video if you'd like. But yeah, I love Doctor Who. That is like my favorite show in the entire world. Second favorite would probably be Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I am in love with that show. I have been watching it religiously since it started. I am so into the storyline and the characters, and I am so excited to see where this goes, and I'm excited to see how it ties into the upcoming Marvel movies, especially Captain America, The Winter Soldier, which comes out in a couple weeks. Yeah, if you haven't been watching it, you need to get on it. If you have been watching it, you probably know what I'm talking about, that I really think that if you've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then you go see Captain America, you're probably going to pick up on things that other people are not, that have not been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I think if you haven't been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. but still go see Captain America, you won't know the difference. But yeah, big Marvel fan, and I love that show. Favorite band? Oh, that's easy. The Beatles. I love the Beatles. I have all of their albums. I have 45s. I have full-size records. I have pictures. I have keychains. I have shirts. I love the Beatles. Absolute favorite band of all time. Something you miss. Summer. Or spring. Or something that's not this. We have been teased. It was a couple days ago where it hit 70, and I was wearing short sleeves, and I was wearing boyfriend jeans cuffed up, and I was wearing my topsiders, and so I was sockless, and my ankles were showing, and I loved it. And then the next day, I kid you not, it snowed. Ugh, broke my heart. And now it's like 60 degrees again, but it's so freaking windy that if you go outside, you're going to be like the nannies in Mary Poppins and take off. It's awful. But yeah, just I miss warmer weather in the worst way possible. If I never see snow again, I would not care. Seriously. Favorite song? Ugh, at the moment or in general? I don't know if I have one favorite song. Okay, here. I will give you my list of 5 songs that if I'm in the car and they come on the radio, I will crank them up and I will rock out. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, Come Sail Away by Styx, Hotel California by the Eagles, Band on the Run by Paul McCartney and Wings, and Enter Sandman by Metallica. Any of those 5 songs come on the radio and I am rocking out. Those are like my car rock out, like Wayne's World, you know, head banging sing-along songs. Yeah, favorites. How old am I? I am 31. I just had a birthday not quite a month ago, so I am firmly into my 30s and I don't care. Zodiac sign. Well, like I said, my birthday was last month. Middle of February, I am an Aquarius. Qualities you look for in a partner. If you, I have to just go by mostly personality, because if I go by looks, then that's just all over the place. But personality-wise, I'm a bit of a geek, so I need somebody that's a bit of a geek as well. So not just necessarily being smart, but kind of like Leonard from Big Bang Theory kind of geeky, but not quite as socially awkward. But Leonard's pretty close as far as personality goes. Looks-wise, like I said, that's all over the place. You know, all of my past relationships, they've all been various sizes and body types and hair colors and stuff, so that's all over the place. But personality-wise, I like somebody that's a bit on the geeky side. Also, somebody has a really good family, comes from a really good family, has a good family dynamic. My husband, his parents are the most amazing people in the entire world. Seriously, I hit the jackpot when it comes to in-laws, and not just his parents, but like his brother and his aunts and uncles and his grandparents and his cousins. They're all just wonderful people. So yeah, geeky, intelligent, really good family, good work ethic. Those are good. So favorite quote, pretty much anything by Walt Disney, anything Walt Disney has ever said, but one of my personal favorites is, "Why worry? If you've done the very best, worrying won't make it better," which I believe is very true. But yeah, pretty much anything and everything Walt Disney has ever said, I think are just, you know, brilliant bits of knowledge and insightfulness. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, but it's close enough. Next question, favorite actor. Golly, that's a hard one. I don't really necessarily have like one person where if they come out with a movie, regardless of what it is, I'll go see it. I'm very picky about my movies, actually, which is probably why I don't go to a whole lot of them. I guess if I had to pick somebody, I'd probably say Robert Downey Jr. He's awesome as Tony Stark in the Iron Man and Avengers and all the Marvel movies. I also love Alan Rickman. I've seen a lot of his movies, not just Harry Potter, but I haven't seen like all of them, but I've seen a good number of them. But I don't really have like somebody where it's like, oh, they got a new movie, gotta go see it, regardless of what it is and what the plot is and all that. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. and Alan Rickman will probably be pretty darn close. Favorite color? Blue. That's easy enough. Blue, 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 blue. I'm also becoming a big fan of gray. And like olive, like and khaki, army green type colors. But yeah, for the most part, just blue. I went through, you know, as I've changed, as my wardrobe has changed, but for a while there, like I had a lot of blue clothing. It was kind of ridiculous, actually. But I don't necessarily know why. I don't know if it's because it's just a color that looks good on everybody, or if it's the fact that my mother put me in everything pink when I was little because she was so excited that I was a girl, and I just decided that I don't like pink. Become like anti-pink, and anti-pink is blue, or what? I don't know. Loud music or soft? Probably loud. I don't like I listen to music while I'm at work, And actually, a lot of time I tend to listen to Disney music, so that can vary. But like, I don't like listening to like the soft jazz slash soft music. Like the radio stations are the like good for listening to in the office and playing on the music at like, you know, waiting rooms for doctors and dentists and stuff, like those stations where they, yeah, boring. Sorry, just boring as heck. I can't, you know. But yeah, it felt like, you know, if I'm in the car, you know, I may not have it cranked like super loud unless it's one of those songs I mentioned earlier. But I mean, it's up loud enough. My husband likes his music really loud, and that's probably mostly because he likes to listen to music that's meant to be listened to loudly in the first place, because he likes listening to Metallica. He loves Metallica. I like Metallica, but I don't love Metallica. My husband loves Metallica, and like Megadeth, and even non-hard rock. He's got some folk music that he cranks it up really loud. I don't like it super loud, but he does. Where do you go when you're sad? Bed. I found that sleep is a good sadness deterrent, or a sadness fixer. Obviously, like if it's the middle of the day and I'm at work or something, I can't go to bed. Yeah, if I'm not feeling too good, bed is usually the place I want to go. Next question. How long does it take? I actually combined a couple of these. How long does it take you to shower and get ready in the morning? Shower itself, like 20 minutes maybe. My hair is like really, really thick, so I can't just like go in and wash it real quick. It takes a bit of work to make sure that, you know, I get it all clean and then get it rinsed out, just because my hair is so thick. And then of course I gotta shave, and I brush my teeth when I'm in the shower as well too, because I'm already there. So if I dribble toothpaste on myself, no biggie, washes right off. And then post shower, like this time of year when it's still cold and I have to blow dry my hair before I go out, because during the summer when it's warm enough, I tend to get out, towel dry my hair, and then just go, which makes things really quick, because I can do my makeup in like 5 minutes, because I don't get really super involved. But if I need to blow dry my hair because it's like cold out or something, blow drying my hair probably takes about 10 minutes, again, because my hair is so stinking thick. If I decide to actually do my hair, like straight iron or curl it, you're probably looking at another 15 minutes. So if you combine shower and blow drying my hair, but not like doing my hair, you're probably looking at close to an hour from beginning to end, which I don't know if that's average or not, but it's how long I take, because I have a lot of hair and it's a lot of work. Even when I don't do anything to it except wash and blow dry it, it's a lot of work. Have I ever been in a physical fight? I guess it depends on your definition of fight. My brother and I were kids. We fought a lot, and I'm sure there was probably at least one instance where not necessarily punches were thrown, but we probably were like screaming and throwing things at each other. Like pillows and stuff. But I ever actually got into a knockdown, drag out fisticuffs fight with anybody? No, because I don't like pain. Like, I don't mind getting tattoos, but like pain that would come from getting hit or hitting somebody, yeah, I'll just avoid that, thank you. Turn-ons. Ooh, now we're getting personal. British accents? Like, which my husband doesn't have. But if he did, that would make him like even hotter. but British accents are a bit of a turn on. A good smile, good eyes. Color really doesn't matter, but like good eyes where they like, you know, when they're smiling and they're happy, like they sparkle. They get that look in them. A good butt, a nice squeezable butt. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking, you know, just physical characteristics, those are definitely turn-ons for me. And the next one is turn-offs. Everything the opposite of those? No. No, because American accents are fine, and non-British accents are fine. Somebody who doesn't take care of themselves physically, like bad hygiene, that's a real big turn off. Arrogance, like somebody is just full of themselves, that's pretty bad. Somebody with just like a real negative personality, not necessarily arrogance, but like a negative personality where everything is negative. They can't find anything good to say about anything or anyone, or, you know, the entire world is just awful and everything's against them. You know, that type of personality, and like outlook on life, that's not attractive at all. Let's see. Next, reason you joined YouTube. Because everybody else was doing it. No, I'm just kidding. So I thought it'd be fun. Like I do video and stuff anyway, and my husband is on YouTube, and we have our co-vlog channel, which we actually don't post to a whole lot because now vlogs end up on my channel. Yeah, my husband was on YouTube, and I watched a lot of YouTube, and I don't know, I just thought it would be fun. It's actually turned out to be harder than I thought it would be. Most of it is just finding time to film. Either I've got the time and it's dark and I have awful lighting, which even now it's not the best lighting. But I'm kind of limited on like my equipment and everything, because I'm not going to invest a whole lot in this, because I hardly use it in the first place, I guess. Or I don't have anything to talk about, or I'm just not motivated, or, you know, I am motivated but I don't have the time, or yeah, being a YouTuber it's a lot of fun, but it can be difficult. You know, for me, it's just, you know, like I said, I'm limited on my equipment, because I'm on a budget. But I'm also, you know, I'm just having fun, so I'm not going to be like super professional about it with getting like the fancy lights and the fancy cameras and all that, because I mean, for me, this is just mostly fun. It's not really about being, you know, like the next Mystery Guitar Man or Michelle Phan or something, you know, somebody like that. I mean, then that's their job. You know, if I could do YouTube as a living, that would probably be awesome. But at the same time, I don't know if I could actually do that kind of commitment. So, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun, and it is fun, but it's hard at the same time. And those of you that are like daily vloggers and have to like film and still edit and upload and back up all your files and everything, more power to you. I don't know how you do it, but you're awesome. Let's see. Last book you read or currently reading. I actually do love to read, but I'm really bad at it. I have so many books on my Kindle and the Kindle app on my iPad. which are the same libraries, just the iPad I tend to have on me. I have so many books that I've not read. It's awful. It's a good thing they're free. I downloaded a lot of free books off of Amazon, so I don't feel too bad about, unlike books I've paid for and haven't read. Yeah, I'm bad about last book I read and actually finished was, I think, The Hobbit. No, it was a book about Doctor Who. Was the last book that I actually finished, and I do not remember what the title was, but it was about the history of Doctor Who, and it went through the TV movie, and I think up until David Tennant was leaving and Matt Smith was getting ready to take over. But I can't for the life of me remember what the book's name was. And then I started, excuse me, pardon me. I just recently started a Doctor Who book that's like a Doctor Who book where the story is part of the Doctor Who universe, called Longbarrow. It's a 7th Doctor adventure, but I'm only like a dozen pages in. I started it and then I got distracted and I haven't gone back to it. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. Hopefully I get back around to it and finish it. We'll see. Let's see. Last show you watched. If we're talking actual TV shows, last TV show that I purposely watched was the most recent episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. My husband has been watching Parks and Recreation, and I've been in the room sometimes when he's watching it, and I've been kind of absorbing and watching via osmosis, but I haven't actually stopped to purposely watch it. I've usually been doing something else, but if we're, TV show wise, last thing that I personally sat down to watch on purpose was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's see. Last person I talked to, if we mean actually talking, not text messaging, that would be my husband before he left for work this morning. Relationship between you and the last person you texted. Last person I texted was my mother. So that's pretty straightforward on my relationship with her there. She's my mother. Favorite food? Bacon. If we're talking style of food, probably Italian. But if we're talking specific foods, bacon. I love bacon. I'm like Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. He actually loves meat in general, but I love bacon. He loves bacon. We could probably be besties, except then we'd probably fight over the bacon. I also love donuts, but I love bacon more. Place you want to visit? Oh, that's easy. England, in the worst way. Even before Doctor Who and Harry Potter and everything, before I got into that, I have always had a fascination with England. Not just London, but just the whole country. But I definitely want to go and do all the touristy stuff in London, the London Eye, and visiting Westminster Abbey and Buckingham Palace and stuff like that. But I also want to go just see England in general. I want to go to a pub and have pub food and have hard cider, English hard cider, because I don't drink beer, but my husband would probably have beer. I want to go to see the English countryside and I want to go to Cardiff and visit the Doctor Who experience and some of the locations that they filmed Doctor Who and Sherlock. Hello, and Torchwood. I want to visit Abbey Road. Yeah, I am just in love with that country and everything they have to offer, and the closest I've ever been is the UK Pavilion at Epcot, and not quite the same thing. But until I can get to actual England, that's as close as I'm ever going to get for now, I guess. Okay, we're going to get through these last few because I don't know how much room is left on my camera, unfortunately. Let's see. Last place you were, the mall. Just a little window shopping. I bought a few things, but I'll maybe show you in a haul. I probably really need to do a collective haul and show like the stuff I got for Christmas and my birthday and all that. I'm behind, I think. So if you guys want to see a haul, let me know. Do you have a crush? Besides my husband? Because I love my husband very much. But if we're talking like celebrity crushes, at the moment, the object of my affection is Benedict Cumberbatch. I mainlined Sherlock like a month ago, and I mean, I fell in love with Sherlock, the TV show, because Stephen Moffat is an amazing writer and showrunner, but oh my goodness, Benedict Cumberbatch, so hot. And I know I'm not alone, but yeah, he's a cutie patootie, and I think he is just the cat's meow. But yeah, my current celebrity crush would be good old Benedict Cumberbatch. So any other fellow Cumber babes out there, say hi. So, because I know they're out there on like Tumblr and everything, but yeah, he's adorable. Last kiss, that would be my husband. Last time I was insulted. That's a good question. I've had some like offhand remarks that have been said to me at my old job, because I've worked retail, so you get all sorts of crazies, when you work retail, because you meet people of all sorts of walks of life, and I've gotten, people that say things and they probably don't mean it the way they say it, but it comes off as like, really, is that what you're gonna say to me? But I think the last time I was genuinely insulted is I had somebody come into my department, and this was years ago, but I had somebody come into my department, and I was the only one in the department at the moment, and offered to help the gentleman. It was a man, and he looks at me and says, "No offense, but is there a man available to help me?" We're like, really? First of all, when you say no offense, that doesn't make it suddenly not offensive. But yeah, I bit my tongue, and I went to find someone who was male to help him, but and then the person that I brought to help him said that, "Sir, I don't normally work this department, but she does, and she will be more than happy to help you," and he didn't like that. So, but since he didn't want me to help him, I found somebody else to help him. I washed my hands of it. But yeah, that's probably the last time I was outright insulted and was not going to, I have all sorts of stories about working in retail. I really should write a book or something. Favorite flavor of sweet? Normally chocolate. It depends on what it is. I love chocolate and peanut butter together. Like Reese's peanut butter cups. Love them. If we're talking like a milkshake or something, I actually tend to gravitate towards strawberry. But yeah, like chocolate and peanut butter. Love it. What instruments do you play? None. I do not have a musical bone in my body. I dabbled in the clarinet and the flute and the piano, and yeah, none of them took. Like, musical instruments and foreign languages, apparently my brain does not do either. Favorite piece of jewelry? Oh, that'd be my wedding set, which I'm wearing. Finally, I had to get them sized because they weren't fitting. But once I got them sized, they much better, and now I can wear them all of the time. But yeah, I love my wedding set. He went to Jared. Last sport you played? I never played a sport, unless you count track. I ran track in junior high, but yeah, I don't play sports. Last song you sang? Farrell's "Happy" in the car when I left the mall. Favorite chat up line, and have you ever used it? No, I don't do pickup lines because I've never been one to pick up people or try to pick up people. Yeah. Although one of my favorite, and I would never use it, obviously because I'm married anyway, but one of my favorite Doctor Who style pickup lines is I can't even remember. It's something about a weeping angel and I can't take my eyes off you. So like, are you a weeping angel? Or I must be a weeping angel because I can't take my eyes off you, or something like that. But yeah, there's some doozy Doctor Who ones that if you don't watch Doctor Who, they're not going to be funny. But if you used it on somebody that watches the show, they probably find it funny at least. Last time you hung out with someone, like actually going out and like hanging out and doing something, that would be my mother. I hang out with my husband at home all the time, like when we get home from work and on the weekends and all that. The last time I actually went out and hung out with somebody outside of the home would be my mother. And last question, who should answer these questions next? Whoever. If you want to do a video response, feel free. If you want to do a text response in the comments below, you can do that too. But yeah, I'm not going to tag anybody. You know, if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. So, but I am about out of time here, so I am going to go. And hopefully you guys like this. And I will have more when I get around to it. Actually expect a video, some a little interesting. It's not happening until tomorrow, so maybe Sunday, probably more likely Monday. We'll see. We'll see how fast I can get around to editing and uploading and all that. So, but that's all for now.